The title of this poem is called For Once. For once, you've opened your eyes. You've done wrong, you've done right. For once, you're no longer the shell of the boy you used to be. However, although you stand on your own 2 feet, why? Why do you still seem so lost? As if you were an enigma to the world, a ghost who watches from the shadows, who interacts with society yet doesn't have one of his own. For once, you seem to be more free, but in reality, the shackles you once said chained you down still seem to be stuck at your ankles. The chain has now lengthened from before, but your wings still prove useless as you can't leave. You put blame on the people around you, but maybe you yourself are the issue. Maybe you're the reason why you can't break free. But maybe, just this once, you slip through the shackles which hold you down, leaving the shadow of yourself with them. And then, for once, would you be happy? The poem that you just heard me read was a poem that I created late of last year. And I've always been somewhat of a pessimistic person all throughout my life, and I've always kind of resonated with it. I always told myself, well, you're always this negative person, you're always gonna be this way. And I guess I would create these poems as a way of saying, okay, well, maybe this is a different outcome for you. Maybe you can be positive. Maybe you can show a different side of yourself that you keep battling with internally. In 2 weeks from yesterday will be my 20th birthday, and I feel ecstatic, but I also feel sad. I mentioned in my video called 20 how I will not be surrounded by my loved ones during my birthday, and I haven't for the past year. My family is away from me, they live in completely different cities, and what can I do? All I can do is just relish in the moment of turning 20 and being older, but how much does it matter if I'm not with my loved ones? Going into my 4th semester here at UT, I think has been my biggest challenge ever. I also mentioned it in my Goodbye 25 video, but so much shit has happened in the past year. I felt like giving up in so many different instances, but I continue to just keep going because I told myself that this is the path, this is the thing that you're meant to achieve, that you're meant to do. This is the least that you could do. I was thinking about it from a parental standpoint, from a mental standpoint. I just didn't want to give up, and I still haven't. I still feel like I can continue to strive and do the things that I want to do, but my mindset and my goals have shifted. I originally thought that I was going to be this engineer. I would work for a big firm, I would get this nice job, and I would be able to live this stable lifestyle. But the more that I thought about my life and I thought about the things that I truly was passionate about, I realized, okay, wait, you really don't want to do that. You want to show your creative side. You want to be proactive with your life. You do not want to sit by the sidelines and watch other people live the life that you want to live. And thus, that's why I started doing this journey. Late in 2024, I started a YouTube channel. And I made a video. I made a video called Reflection Start. It's a 12-ish minute video of me pausing every so once in a while. I had no editing software, no nothing. It was just the raw edit of me just talking and thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And the only reason I even posted was because I'd seen everybody else doing what I wanted to do. And I told myself, well, like, if I see all these people that want to do what I want to do and I have the means to do it, why don't I do it? That's why I started making these personal, these authentic videos, or at least as authentic as I can make it. Because I wanted to erase that stigmatism of social media and just online content in general. How diluted it is, how brain rot it is. I wanted to bring back authenticity. I wanted to bring back genuine feelings. I wanted to bring back conversation to the platform. And I feel like through my videos, or at least my social media presence, I've been able to do that in some capacity. And even seeing any amount of support or views or likes or whatever has just been a tremendous thing to see. Something that I did not think was possible, but is a reality. When I think back at that poem, or I talk about how I was shackled and that I thought I would stay shackled, how the chains were only lengthening. I think that was a representation of how college was for me. I had unlocked some new freedoms, I had unlocked being alone, but as I mentioned in another video as well, I realized that the silence was deafening. I realized that I didn't want to be lonely. I actually hated it. I hated having to sacrifice so much. And I didn't include it in the video, but in the edited part that I took out, I said that I felt disappointed. I felt disappointed because I wanted to do so much more. I wanted to be successful in the general terms that society wanted me to. And when I went to college and I realized, okay, shit is not sweet. I started taking those classes, I started failing, I started realizing, okay, well, I can't actually just not try. And I started thinking, well, why am I not trying? Why am I not doing, why do I have no passion? When I say for once, I was envisioning that one universe where for once, I opened my eyes to what I truly wanted to do. How doing this thing or opening my eyes, I might be able to set myself free. And I can't say that I've done the right things, and I can't take back anything that I've done throughout my life. But what I will say is that I'm so grateful to even be living and have the opportunity to learn and grow. And I think for once, I'm learning about what I want to be and what I want to do. And I can truly say that I do feel the shackles lengthening. I don't think I've fully taken them off. I feel like there are things that still drag me down, whether it's my anxiety, whether it's my pessimistic mindset, whether it's just my fear in general. I still feel like I'm inching closer. Like with each recording, with each video, with each day that just passes, the shackles seem to release slightly more. When I think about who I am, I think about the silly and the goofy sides of myself that I feel like I refrain from showing. But it's because a lot of my thoughts are very deep and serious, but externally I don't show it. Maybe I might have this rough persona online, but in reality I am just a nice, funny guy. Maybe that's hard of me to say. Maybe that's a narcissistic trait coming out. But I try my best to say what I'm truly thinking, because at times I feel like I refrain that within my real life. What do I want to accomplish in this first quarter? I will say this now, I have dreams of making a little show on my college campus. I have dreams of starting my own business and learning how the business side of things work in general. I just have dreams of just seeing my family again and finally being able to stay with them for longer than maybe a few weeks. Isn't that a crazy thought? Imagine you live with your family for years on end, your entire childhood, then all of a sudden you see them maybe a month out of the year? The fuck is that? I'm gonna repeat it again, but this video is gonna be all over the place. And that's okay, that honestly is just how I like it. I want it to be raw. And that's something that I've heard recently just from listening to influencers talk about their mindset of social media in general. Is just, if you truly want to do something, if you truly are passionate about something, if you truly enjoy something, make that your job. Make that the thing that you will work on for the rest of your life. Or at least make it be a part of your life. And not only that, but don't be afraid to just start and just post what you have. That was something that I struggled with a lot whenever I was starting. I thought, oh, my ideas are not good enough. Oh, my topics are not funny enough, they're not cool enough, they're not interesting enough. And I realized that bigger than that, I just wanted my voice to be heard, right? And back in high school, whenever I was originally applying for college, I had a interview with a Rice alum. And in that interview, he told me something that changed my entire perspective on stuff. He told me everybody talks about how they want to make a big change in the world. And I myself, throughout the interview, told him the exact same thing. But then he said, if you can make an impact in one person's life, if you can change the trajectory of one person's life, can't you say you've already changed the world? And I sat for a second and I thought about what he said, and I said, yeah, you're right. And I was speechless after that. And I think from failing that question, I realized something about myself. I was moving with energy and motion, but I had no trajectory. I had no direction. I had so much potential, but with no action, potential is just potential. And that's something that I realized the hard way going into college. And that's something that I'm going to revert as I just continue to go through my life. With everything that I said, I hope that you got something out of this. This is scrambled all over the place, but I'm gonna try to make it as watchable as possible. Anyways, I appreciate you. I'm gonna catch you. Real performative today. Real everything.